if I'd like Anne Fortier to be able to speak for a minute. I've known Anne for, 10 years. We go to the same church, and our daughters actually go to the same middle school. She's got 3 beautiful daughters. Elizabeth is in the 8th grade, and she's got twin girls who are my daughter Elizabeth's age, and they're all in the 6th grade in Martin. And I am so honored that Anne is my friend. She exhibits such grace and courage and will and strength and humor in this, and she really is the sort of citizen and person that we all should want to be and aspire to be. Since she got diagnosed, she's worked tirelessly for advocacy for ALS. She's gone up to Washington to talk to people. She's talked to people locally and at the state level, and she's done the ALS walk twice, and last month we had 250 people. She had by far the most people walking. She raised by far the most money. She just said she didn't realize she had a knack for raising money, but she has a huge knack for it. But I'm just so honored that she's here, and if we could give her a minute to talk, that would be great.
Thank you so much. It's on. Thank you so much for having us and for caring about this disease. It is it's a neurodegenerative disease. So your brain and spinal cord central nervous system stop sending messages to your muscles. So over time you quickly degenerate within a few short years to being fully paralyzed, and which leads to complications with bleeding and whatnot. So it is a fatal disease. It is incurable. So that is a tough thing for anybody. Knowing what you have ahead of you does not have a treatment or any kind of cure. So once you get your diagnosis, you're sent home with, all the best wishes for comfort and, peaceful living for your short time left. So, given that sad news, it's so important for people to understand what it is, and that we know anyone can get it, and the more people who care about it, the more money is raised. Everyone that tells a friend about it or tells my story looks it up, wants to know more, is curious, what is this disease if they've not heard about it. So I feel so strongly that this is such a great step forward for Wake County to just support our family particularly, but all our friends in the ALS community here in Wake County and in North Carolina. Because if you just tell 1 or 2 friends, they're going to know more about it and care more about it, and then we'll be that much closer to raising money for a cure. So, thank you.
I didn't know I would have enough time to talk about ALS. I can stand here for 30 minutes and talk about ALS.
I just wanted to say that I am very familiar with ALS. My father-in-law, my husband's father, died from ALS a number of years ago, and when he was diagnosed, he was much older than you are, but it is a disease mostly of younger people like yourself, and I read the statistics on it, and I think that the awareness that has been created in the community at large since that time when I first really became acquainted with ALS has made a huge difference in securing money for research and development and trying to find a cure for it. So I wish you well. I'm glad you came today. It's nice to hear about your children. And it's really a wonderful, wonderful thing when friends like Caroline can stand up and run for you, for sure. That makes a big difference.
We only walked.
Well, whatever. Run or walk, as long as you get there, that's all that matters, they said. But I would have to say that 25 years ago, when Bill's dad had ALS, that most people, when I discussed it with them, they had no clue. The awareness is out there publicly to a greater extent now than ever before, and so as you get more awareness created in the community, I would hope that more people would be eager to be a part of the solution and try to find a way to find a cure. So good luck
Proclamation, National Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis Awareness Month. Whereas amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, often referred to as Lou Gehrig's disease, is a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects the nerve cells of the brain and the spinal cord, making even the simplest movements, walking, speaking, gesturing, incredibly difficult. And whereas approximately 15 new cases of ALS are diagnosed in the U.S. every day. And whereas ALS is known to be a terminal disease with approximately 5,600 people in the U.S. diagnosed each year, it is estimated that as many as 30,000 Americans have the disease at any given time. And whereas although the life expectancy of an ALS patient averages to be 2 to 5 years from the time of diagnosis, this disease is variable and many people live with a quality of life for 5 years or more. More than half of all patients live more than 3 years after diagnosis. And whereas ALS has no known cause, means of prevention, or cure. And whereas finding the causes of cure for ALS will prevent the disease from robbing thousands of Americans of their dignity and lives. And whereas ALS occurs throughout the world with no racial, ethnic, or socioeconomic boundaries. And whereas ALS is 20% more common in men than women. However, with increasing age, the incidence of ALS is more equal between men and women. And whereas ALS Awareness Month during the month of May would provide a special opportunity to increase the awareness of this condition, now therefore be it resolved that the Wake County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaims the month of May as Amyotrophic Lateral Sclerosis Awareness Month, and Wake County in recognition of those lives have been or may have been impacted by ALS, and call upon the people of Wake County to join others in the community and across the Triangle to recognize and participate in this special observance. Adopted this 6th day of May, 2013, Joe Bryan, Chairman, Board of Commissioners. Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye. Aye.